Right, so welcome, Russell Kane.
I had a stick insect called Rambo.
Are they nice then, the stick insect?
You've got one.
Oh, but it's simple. It's not that simple. It's my brother. Oh, what do I do then? Oh, it's easy. Watch, I'll demonstrate. Bye. That's that film. It's most relationships are, baby comes out, and right, what's going to happen? Well, this is what's going to happen. The baby's going to be hanging off my tit, and you're going to be wanking in the spare room. and men get resentful.
Right, so welcome, Russell Kane. How are you? We've had to get into this quick because we're talking so much off air, and I've been laughing a lot. I feel like we need to start quick.
There are 3 Russells, aren't there? I'm the gobshite one.
Okay. Oh, well, that's fine. I have to start. Can I start with this, please? That's fine.
Why gobshite?
Because I've never stopped talking.
But yeah, but it's all good
A
stuff.
Scouse word that.
I can't stop talking.
Me too, sister.
I'm going to start here because I absolutely love this. And how many times have I played this to you?
Oh my God. Yeah.
5 a.m. wankers.
Yeah.
You got to talk us through it. You said it's part of your it's part of your routine. This.
It's the type of thing I would do as stand-up. So
I love it. I'm going to play it to you now. It's basically.
He knows it, Pete. He said it.
I'm going to play it to people. There's people out there that haven't seen it.
That's Grimmy's video.
5 a.m. wankers, getting out of bed at 5 a.m. to start your day. Well, you need to join my 5 a.m. wanker program. We actually get up at 4 a.m. where we do 8 hours of breath work, 2 hours of colon cleansing, some mindfulness, then a 6-hour workout right here. And we actually go to bed after we start the next day. That's because our level of fitness is so high, we've actually folded the space-time continuum and perforated it so that you can get up as you're going to bed, just rotating in a circle saying wanker, wanker, breathwork wanker, smoothie shake, 800 eggs, breathwork wanker, breathwork human growth hormone heart attack at 50 wanker. So join me now for my breathwork 5 a.m. wanker club. And now that my wife's left me, I've got all the more time to devote to you people that follow me. Remember, don't be hanging on to unnecessary relationships when you can be in a relationship with yourself. Wanking, looking in a mirror, and getting up at 5 a.m. Breathwork, avocado.
Right, so that is...
Avocado breath.
Apart from the slight cut in the middle where I cut a breath out to get it under a minute for the algorithm, that's first take.
Is that off the
improvised.
cuff?
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I got the nickname Gobshite.
Gobshite.
So
You can just do that off the cuff.
In 2017, right, I was like, right, okay, so how can I can't get on TV I'm doing as much as I can. How can I get more content out there topically? Because if you're not doing Have I Got News For You or Mock the Week when it was on that week, they get in with the jokes and it looks like they thought of them first.
Yeah.
So
bastards.
I thought, right, I'm going to put the camera up and I'm going to perform at it as though it's an audience. Don't do that. No one's ever done that. It'll make you look like a YouTuber. It'll make you look like you can't get on TV. It'll make you look desperate. Don't do it. That's what I was told by several people. So as soon as someone says to me something like that, all I hear is ka-ching, there's a gap there. So if it hasn't been done like that, I'm not interested in your reasons why, but I want to see what happens if I do it like that. What's the worst that happens? No one watches a video. Why is everyone being a pussy hole about it? So I put it on the video, like 70,000 people watched. I'm like, pretty sure the panel show I was on last week, 120,000 people watched it, and I was in it for 3 minutes, and I started getting traction. But there was no competition because other comedians wouldn't put their material online because then you can't perform it on stage because you need the...
Why is that?
Because if I tell you a joke now and
Yeah.
you know the punchline, when you come to the theatre, it will still be funny, but you've lost that surprise. It's not like
Sure.
hearing a song. Yeah, we can rewatch Peter Kay and enjoy it, but nothing can beat the first time of that surprise. Whereas I can just take a...
It's like we thought Mickey Flanagan nicked all our content and everything.
Yeah. The price I pay is by being so able to do it. No one's able to go, oh, he's the out guy, he's the garlic bread guy. So I don't slowly write these memorable things that go into the culture and are remembered forever and are in the news. So that's the price I pay. The positive is I could take anything in this room. If you give me 5 minutes, I'll come out there and I'll do.
Let's discuss Russ's balls then. Can you give us a quick little thing on
They
that?
were. He had some tight shorts
Off on me, by the way. Fucking looking at your growl.
It's just outrageous. He's my cousin, and I don't really want to look at your balls in them tight shorts.
Can you see my balls?
No.
Thank you.
Not in them ones, but last week was outrageous.
I realised that, and also it's good for topical stuff that people might be talking about this week, but by the time you get on stage on Saturday, everyone's like, "That Keir Starmer said that on Monday." Everyone's sort of stopped making jokes about that.
Yeah.
So I realised there was a gap for ultra topical stuff that aged quickly, and what I call my B grade material, which is not to put down what you just played, but I wouldn't necessarily work that into a big 5-minute piece. It's something I might say on stage one night and not the other. So I suppose it's the Spotify model. I give a certain amount of stuff away for free and hope that it brings people to the theatre.
The reason it was topical, the reason it resonated with me so much is because I consistently saw people all the time saying we get up at 5 a.m. and we have, we eat this and then we do this. And before kind of 9, 10 a.m., they've done so much. And I was thinking, is that really happening?
Well, what's the difference? Because I'm being productive till 2 a.m. Like, there's only so many hours in the day.
Yeah.
And then people go, yeah, well, I'll cut my sleep. Well, then you're going to die early then, you penis. Because people go, I'll sleep when you're dead. You will literally die 10 years before me, so it's a false economy twat.
Yeah.
You need 8 hours sleep. Stop being a prick. Just go to bed normally and get up at 8, 9, or whenever you've got kids, get up at 7.
Yeah.
Why are you getting up at 4?
That's my
Competitive wellness.
Mike said to me, I've only got a slot today at the gym at 6, and I was like, as if.
I said, that's just not an option.
Pardon? No, it's not an option.
I'll be firmly in bed. I've been doing 7 a.m. ones. You were talking just before we started about you very much into fitness and doing. You feel like you have to.
50? I can't believe it.
Yeah, I'm 50 on August the 19th, so I'm still in my 40s.
You look incredible. You haven't got a line on your face.
My act is very, very energetic. If you've seen it live, it's like Lee Evans type energy, but I've got all these thoughts going on as well. So I wore the Polar Fitness tracker, so I burn 500 to 800 calories in a set, 80 minutes. So once I passed 30, maybe 32, I was like, oh shit, I can only do this another couple of years because of the high energy nature. So I train like a boxer. I would say what I do is closer to boxing rather than riding a bike. So if I treat myself and have a couple of weeks off, I can feel it as soon as I'm on stage. Like a boxer wouldn't go, I'm not going to train all summer. You get knocked out as soon as you get in the ring. So I have to stay fit, physically fit all the time. So I don't want to be into fitness. I found it boring for years. But it's part of like football. No one wants to get up and go to football fucking training, but you have to do it.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah. And obviously your wife's got the supplement you're taking. How did that come about?
So when I got to about 31, 32, I was doing these sets and I was like, that's a bit unattractive. I had a bet, like just normal 32, 33-year-old shit. So I thought, I can't believe it, that there's not a way to age more slowly. So I started training myself to read the original scientific papers, because you read the Daily Mail headline, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
You've got to train yourself to read all the scientific terminology. So I learned all that.
I can't believe you didn't bring me any. I'm 40 in January.
It's because I was flying. It's because I was flying. I didn't.
I
have
need
the
all the
luggage
help
space.
I can get, hon.
I'm going to send some to you. So I was doing the diet. I was doing the exercise. Jolt is the brand we've developed. I do the creative. My best mate since I was 8 does the science. And my wife is the bad boss, right? Badass boss. So the two things anyone can do is diet and exercise. Don't eat shit, move a bit, right? You don't need to eat posh food, just stop eating junk. Move a bit. I was just in a hotel down the road from your gaff, no gym, nothing. It's like something from 1970.
Yeah, it is a bit old school.
I did a pull-ups off the door, hit workout, jogging on the spot. I've got 2 little bars so I can dip deeper on my push-ups. I've got resistance bands for lateral raises.
So you could travel with all that and not fucking vitamin for me?
It's this big. The kit is this big. So I was doing all that.
32 kilos.
Yeah, exactly. No, I do hand luggage only on and off the plane. And the other one which no one sorts out is sleep, which we've already spoken about, and relationships. So everyone's like, I eat well, I'm doing exercise, but I'm still friends with my toxic twat Debbie, who secretly hates me and slags me off on a side home WhatsApp group. Like, fuck Debbie off. It's a short life. It's a short life, right? Who are you spending your time with?
So right.
And then you're like, but it's simple. It's not that simple. It's my brother. Oh, what do I do then? Oh, it's easy. Watch, I'll demonstrate. Bye. That's that. Right? Sort your relationships out.
Yeah.
Stop hanging around with people that secretly jealous of you, dislike you, not happy when things are going well. Sleep well, eat well, exercise. Then and only then take evidence-based supplementation.
Yeah.
Don't be having a Burger King, a shit marriage and taking a pill, because it won't work. So it turbocharges those other pillars of wellness.
Yeah.
So I went into the papers. I found the most scientific papers, found the most scientifically effective things. I take about 50, 60 different things a day. So my wife was like, most people can't be asked to do that. Sally can wait. I will look back in anger. Fuck off. She's a man. She's got she's got Mankinsons. So when you got Mankinsons, you just occasionally say like, Sally can wait. Right? And they're so angry all the time, Manx. And that's why they don't get on with Scousers, because Scousers are like, look, it's rain. Then give it like a free shower. Right? it's like everything's great. And the man's
So
like,
true.
fucking sunshine, you orange fucker, fuck off. You know?
It's so true,
So
isn't
that's
it?
why,
God, I
that's
love
why they
that.
clash. That's why those two cultures clash. And so my wife was like, what are the top 7 with evidence? So I said, well, these are the best ones. NMN, resveratrol, fisetin, blah, blah, blah. Anyone can buy this shit anywhere, but people are lazy and it's expensive.
Yeah.
So we got the good supplier. We third-party verified, which means we're certified that what you think you're taking, you're actually taking.
Yes, yeah.
We
So you've
developed
got like a mixture of all of those.
It's 3 pills once a day. If you've got the other things in place, and it's taken. Of course, the older I get, the more I can show this shit works. You know,
Yeah.
we've got a libido supplement coming out in. When does this one go out?
This is 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So,
What are you looking at me for?
no, because it's whether I can announce the name of it. Like,
You definitely don't need that. For God's
most
sake.
women
I'm a
want-
pervert.
I need Viagra as well. I take Viagra on a daily basis.
Can you give us some terms,
Lindsay's like,
please?
we've been married 10 years. I'm still knocking on the door with it 3 days a week. That's not my hand.
Oh my God.
She's like, I had to Google what that was. Just go and clean up, shut up.
Oh my God.
What's wrong with? It's weird, isn't it? Like if you really fancy your missus, people find it suspect. That's how toxic most relationships are.
I
You're
agree
at
with
the
that.
pub and so the bloke's like, I see that bird over here, I'll fuck her brains out. You see her, I'd like to fuck her. I've seen it, and I'm like, I really want to bang my wife. What's wrong with you, you fucking pervert? Because you're latching on someone you're already with. That's
so true.
That's how messed up men are.
Yeah.
How relationships are. In fact, that's me and Lindsay get blowback for like looking too happy online, like we're rubbing people's faces in it. Every relationship should be like that.
Yeah.
And it sits on top of work. No couple's just walking around happy the whole time unless they're medicated or there's something wrong with their relationship. It's about taking time out, date nights, date days, going away and doing stuff together.
Yeah.
You know what does affect that is obviously sometimes is having children,
Oh, yeah,
and obviously you've got a daughter.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 9.
How is
Oh,
that?
we've got a 9-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
Ours is
Yeah.
on the 10. How's yours?
Oh, yes, yeah, but I feel a play date brewing.
Yeah.
Maybe we can meet in Birmingham like a neutral
Absolutely,
ground.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Leicester,
nice.
who we got married?
But how have you found it?
Well, I'm quite good with. My mum was a childminder and a nanny, so you never know how you're going to be as a parent until you're holding your own baby. But
Yeah.
I was like, I just knew what to do. It came very naturally to me. Lindsay, I was very lucky. Lindsay was like, right, you can be in charge of sleep, which is most blokes' dream, because what happens is if you don't have a discussion about where the baby's going to sleep before it's born, it can cause a problem in the couple. There's no right or wrong. If you're a bed sharing, hummus eating, baby in the bed, we got a big bed and we all sleep together in a big bed of tzatziki. It's whatever works for you. Do you know what I mean? The problem is most relationships are baby comes out. And right, what's going to happen? Well, this is what's going to happen. The baby's going to be hanging off my tit, and you're going to be wanking in the spare room. and men get resentful.
True.
Men get resentful. They get angry. They're on fucking Pornhub, and before you know it, someone makes a mistake.
Absolutely.
So you're better off both being honest. So if a woman's like, "This is what's going to happen. I do want my baby in the bed." So, and if the man's got an issue with that, you can not have children. You can stop your relationship early. It was one of the earliest discussions me and Lindsay had, even before we were engaged. I said, because I'm a bit older, I was like, all of my friends have got issues based on babies in the bed. What's your view? And she just said, well, I'll take your lead on it. And I was like, fucking hell, right. I know how to get a baby through the night by 8 weeks because my mum's done it countless times. And as long as there's nothing medically wrong with a child, I know the techniques. So I was in charge. 8 hours at 8 weeks. 12 hours at 12 weeks.
Fabulous. Can you come and sort ours out? That's still
But we were very good. Like with our third, I think we were.
No,
he was in the bed a little bit, and then we had a full, very close. Like,
We
and
had
I was
2
like,
cots in our room at one
It
point.
doesn't matter as long as you...
But now we've got a cat who sleeps on my head.
We did get them out.
Like, we've got no kids in the yeah, pussy face. She just sleeps on my head, doesn't she, baby?
You won't that's genuinely happening. The cat sleeps on her pillow.
Yeah.
Like, so
Mental.
I don't even have a pillow now because she's on it.
Nothing matters as long as the couple are on the same page.
Yeah.
This is what... Because I've spoken about this before and I get angry messages from mums going, you try it, and blah, blah. But I'm like, no, it doesn't matter what you're doing. The problem... I'm just telling you, if your bloke is like, fucking I was here for... Fuck this. I'm going to Faliraki with the lads, feel like a man again. You're going to have an issue.
Yeah.
You're going to have a fucking issue. Just face the issue and solve it.
Very true.
It is very true. Pete won't let me have another baby though.
Yeah.
I'd love another baby, but
Christ, no.
Lindsay's just... she's found her path late in life, and she's just loving what she's doing. And I've offered. I said I will take 2 years of no gigs. I will stay at home. I will raise the child, get it to nursery, kindergarten. You can be flying off around the world. But she doesn't want to be pregnant again. She doesn't want to do it. I said, please freeze an egg. She won't even freeze a fucking embryo. She's so against it. So that's it. Game over. But with this wife. I'm already learning Thai in readiness for my next marriage.
Oh my God.
All my uncles end up in Thailand, age 60. I'm going for the scuba diving. Are you, Terry?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, you Terry.
When we went to Thailand, we saw a lot of that. There was just like individual men on their own in the 60s.
Yeah, but I was saying that, like, people can go on their own. So they might be going on a business trip. Like, she's just showing another pervert so they can hear.
There's something wrong with blokes. Like, did you say you got girls or boys?
Both, two of each.
You think a generation ago when we were little, you would hear the dad saying, thank God I got a son. I didn't want the stress of a daughter. It's the other way around now, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I was relieved when I got a daughter because I know what I want for my daughter, which is to be able to get the same wages as men, be a rocket scientist if she wants, be an engineer if she wants. You got a little boy. You can't really tell your little boy, well, it's all equal now, so if you want to be a nurse or a primary carer, do it. No one will laugh, but they will. Because men have made no progress in the caring and nurturing sphere.
Absolutely.
We focus on what women have achieved, which I'm obviously all for, and it's great, long may it continue, but we don't focus on what men haven't achieved. So it's still a bit like laugh out loud. If a little boy says, well, I want to stay at home and raise the babies, all the grown men would laugh.
Yeah.
We got less male nurses than we had in 1990. There's no less male primary school teachers. Men never get custody of babies. So why have we can raise children. Why have men made no progress? Yeah, and the only thing men had was we are stronger than women. And then the robots have taken those jobs in car factories, diggers. Yeah. So men are left like, what the fuck are we? And little shits like Andrew Tate prey on young male minds and go, this is what a man is.
He's so bizarre,
and before you know it, you've got 25-year-old women going out on a date and they're getting one of two men. They're either getting, let's do breath work together rather than have sex. Let's go on change.org and then do a vegan poem, or
vegan poem,
or they're getting choked. They're their options as a girl these days. Bored or choked.
Yeah, it's true.
But before, men are something in. Most men are something in between. We're a bit emotional, but we smash up the house if we can't find the keys.
Yeah.
That's what most men were. Now that we're polarised because we don't have proper role models. Gareth Southgate's got involved trying to give us pictures of what masculinity might be. It is a scary time for little boys, because what do you tell your little boy to be without sounding politically incorrect or too effeminate or out of fashion?
It's so true.
I got your.
Johnny wants to be a mermaid, to be fair, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He wants to be a mermaid. That's stroke dolphins.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we got both ends of the spectrum. To be fair, football dinosaurs fighting and mermaid dolphin trainer.
Liberty just wants to be a mum.
You can watch the football on the Saturday and go to the matinee on the Friday.
Absolutely. He's out to that mermaid face now.
Where is he? He's in Les Mis at the
What do you prefer doing? Obviously, you've got the podcast, Evil Genius, which I love, by the way, and then obviously you wrote books.
Yeah.
It's Pet Selector, right?
That's my latest book, kids book. I can't believe it. Yeah. It's a surprise.
It looks great.
Yeah, it's a pet breed guide for children selecting their next pet. That's what I wrote.
That's lovely.
So that market should be like that, because that's parents who are considering getting a pet. But what's happened is what I thought was the secondary market is bigger. People are reading it as like a funny short story because they already own a Cavapoo or a Labrador or whatever.
Yeah.
So it went only for a day, but it went to number one. We're talking above Harry Potter, above David Wallitt.
Wow.
People bought it like a storybook, but really it's a work of translation, because all I've done is taken the description of a pug and translated it into what I call 8-year-old funny, which is a language you either speak or you don't. Most parents speak it. We know what makes an 9-year-old laugh.
Yeah.
So it's great. I've got 3 chihuahuas.
Yeah, so if you had animals, you've had loads of animals over the years, you tell us.
Budgies, lizards, insects. I had 1,000 crickets
Ooh.
that I kept in the shed. I had a stick insect called Rambo.
I'd like are they nice then, the stick insect?
Oh,
You've got one. I knew it was coming.
The mantis over there. He's still got his head though. You haven't bitten it off yet.
Doesn't the female praying mantis eat?
Exactly. That's how I know he didn't bang him. He's still got his head on.
Oh, has he now?
Oh my god.
Love it.
Sorry, it's a bit inappropriate.
No, it's fine.
So I've got 3 chihuahuas. You got to be confident in your masculinity
You
to have a
do.
chihuahua. Because I got these. Because my daughter and my wife wanted a chihuahua, but I wanted a proper dog. But chihuahua's good because they're very portable. The poos are tiny. We can take them on the road. We can take them in hotels. People don't care, but they need lots of training. But my mum's boyfriend is like a knuckle dragger from like, another century. He was like, "What are you getting a dog like that for?" Like, you know what I mean? You're gonna walk down the street with that? Like you like a right wrong one. And first time I walked down the street, girl after go, "Oh, can I touch your dog, please?"
I know.
Oh, chihuahuas are all right. There's the geezer with the staffy just surrounded by other men with tattoos going, "This is where it's at."
It's like when we got our puppy and he couldn't
That's
come into
true.
the shop, and I came out and Pete was surrounded by about 10 girls.
Unbelievable. I had a little
the
puppy. And I was
hell
going,
are you
like,
doing?
I was going, why are we taking a dog? This is a joke. I said, not only am I going shopping with you, I've got to sit outside every shop with a dog. Anyway, I sat outside every shop and flocks of women were just surrounding me. I was
crazy,
going,
isn't it?
fucking, this is amazing.
Even like, you know, the hard-faced woman that wouldn't even normally look at you. It's just something short circuits. It's like a Control-Alt-Delete. Can I pet your chihuahua? Yeah, that's right, baby girl. You pet it.
So I bought 3 of them.
That's it. Stroke the dog. Lindsay's like, "You fucking love it, didn't you? You fucking love the attention you're getting. Yonk, Sally can wait."
But the podcast, Evil Genius, that it is genius. Like, how are you? I mean, I always worry about kind of comedians in general, really. Like,
Because you can
this
get
day and age.
If you're funny, you can't say stuff because
Yeah.
you'll get cancelled.
Yeah.
But
It's-
why
is
is
that
a
worrying?
comedian allowed to say stuff?
Yeah, but you're not.
that
Like, people
normal
are getting
people can?
cancelled, aren't they? People,
Depends what you're saying, really. I mean, as long as it's funny enough, I think you can joke almost about anything. There are some things that are funny that don't make me. I tend not to punch downwards just because I come from nothing, so I know what it's like to be nothing. So I don't particularly like, let's get stuck into trans people, let's get stuck into disabled people. Not because I'm like this flag waving lefty. I just know what it's like to to feel like you're at the bottom of the food chain with no chance, and you're probably going to be nothing, and no one wants to look at you, and everyone thinks you're just a scumbag, because that was the start of my life. Weed under a bridge, loser. So that's the only reason I don't do it. But I've got respect for the art of people that do. It's just not my cup of tea. So far as comedians being cancelled for making a joke, apart from Dapper Laughs, who was temporarily cancelled for telling a woman she, I quote, needed a good raping or something, end quote, in an audience. There's not many examples you can cite. And in fact, some of the most cancelled people are earning about 100 grand a night in arenas, so I wouldn't feel too sorry for them. But
There's been quite a bit of a shift, I would say, now from like cancelled culture, hasn't it? I think.
I think just you're more likely to get cancelled if you're like a newsreader or a sports person and you say something that represents a genuine view that you were hiding.
Yeah.
Like, look what happened to Greg Wallace, for example. He was we didn't know what he'd been doing. The MasterChef guys, doing like dodgy jokes at work. I put a funny video up and then I took it down because it was going 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 views. I took it down because that's someone's dad. Someone's like, is he vulnerable type thing. And then the next day, the geezer went online and went, the problem is women. Actually, women who can't take a joke. Just because I put
it straight back up.
Just because I put my knob in a tiramisu. Look at my dick in a tiramisu, you miserable bitch. I was like,
Is that
right.
what he did?
No, but
Oh my God.
no, it was a flan. No, but I mean, he went from having my empathy to blaming, and he focused on what he called older, like a sort of disgust of, that's like, mate, we all come from, who do you think our mums and aunties, and if we're older, our wives are.
Wives
just
now.
laying into perimenopausal and menopausal women. Like, it's a fucking hot topic at the moment about female mental health. It's like, the geezer, I don't know who was advising him, but to go.
Pete hates the hormone chat, though.
Yeah.
You won't go there, will you?
But
He said,
I
what
really say
about
that?
my hormones?
Well, that's what we're trying. That's
I've got hormones too.
we're starting to understand about male hormones more and more. And in fact, the hormone that men and women share, testosterone, that gets when you talking about female hormones.
I've got no testosterone in my blood.
Right, and
when I'm a blood's done.
it's really important. But Pete, this is what I've been educated by people like Davina. I'm friends with and everyone else. But
She's great.
I'm not mansplaining. I'm regurgitating. But testosterone is important for both. It's obviously hair and nails and drive and mood, recovery from illness, sex drive. It's important. So, in fact, that's the clinical trial our supplement passed. Jolt, it raised testosterone.
Oh,
Because, of
God.
course, you can take testosterone.
Yeah.
And men we do get a sort of menopause when we get past 40, and we can take TRT and all that. But it's much better off if you can free the testosterone that's stuck. It gets stuck as you get older, like everything else in the body. But there's certain things you can do to increase what's called your free testosterone. And when that goes up, mood, recovery. I've been in a cult for about 7 years. Sex drive, unfortunately, does increase as well, Abby, so that's something you would have to deal with. Yeah. I find just numbing the arm and painting the nails a great substitute. And I just like,
What is that?
you lay on your arm for about half an hour, paint your nail, and you can go, oh, who's that? Stop. I'm married, stop being inappropriate. But it's just yourself. You can even put a tight on one leg.
I'm like, what the hell is he talking about?
Funny how every man knows what I'm talking about.
So weird.
What's your favourite thing to do?
I think we just found that.
We are.
No, Evil Genius I love doing.
Yeah.
It's on TV as well, if you got access to Sky. And we take people, dead people, obviously, because they can't sue.
It's an amazing concept.
And we take either people that everyone thinks amazing, like could be Diego Maradona, could be Gandhi, could be anyone, or we take people that everyone fashionably hates, Bernard Manning, Margaret Thatcher, whoever. And then I have 3 guests, and I let off 3 uncomfortable, amazing facts that messes with what you thought about these people. Oh my God, I thought they were great, but blah. And then at the end, you have to vote evil or genius, cancel or keep. So it's off the back
Like
of
Mike
that.
Dean slaughtering chickens, although he's not dead.
It's interesting.
So yeah, it's great. It gets me in trouble sometimes. Like we did John Lennon. I still got trolled about that for about a year. It's like, I didn't do the stuff. He did it. You know, he was a wife beater.
Did you watch that documentary that girl who he left Yoko for?
Yeah.
And dated
The nanny. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she told him to do that, though, you know.
You get some really uncomfortable facts. Like on the Muhammad Ali episode, he was Muhammad Ali used to speak at Klan rallies. So he used to go to KKK rallies and speak in favour of the separation of the races because he believed in black supremacy.
Ooh.
Therefore, he thought white supremacy is a good idea. So you go over there and you be white and we'll be over here and be black. So he actually was pro some of the Klan's policies.
Kind of segregation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you heard of Mother Teresa?
Yeah, we did Mother
Yeah,
Teresa.
there's some interesting things about her, isn't there?
Well, she was taking all these people in because she believed their suffering brought her closer to God.
Yeah.
So she liked to be around there dying and suffering because she was getting some spiritual benefit from it.
In Calcutta, yeah.
So she was pretty dark.
But like, what it is like you got this. I suppose you've got the what everyone thinks of them, and you're just relaying facts,
Yeah,
and
fact
giving
bombs.
you the other side of the argument potentially.
And I do it the other way around. So someone like Bernard Manning, he's just a racist, a horrible man. So what I did it live, and it's Radio 4 makes Evil Genius. And I did it live at the Edinburgh Festival. Because you don't know what that is. It's all people called like Ollie and Hillary and scarves wearing cardigans that were weaved like organically.
Nothing wrong with the cardigan, by the way. Nothing wrong with the cardigan.
My socks are made out of my own pubes. And so I went on before the show and I did 5 minutes of stand-up. But I said, I'm going to do one-liners today if it's okay. And they were like, yeah, go for it. And they were all clapping and laughing. But I told only Bernard Manning jokes. But they didn't know.
It was about.
So I then did the show for half an hour, and then halfway through, I revealed who they've been laughing at. So it's a bit of, that's not fair. I was like, well, all I'm showing is how perception and prejudice works in both directions.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is amazing.
So interesting.
It's like, catch up, it's on BBC Sounds.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Oh, I'd love to watch that. We should watch that tonight.
That's an audio one. So far as the visual ones, I did Albert Einstein, Winston Churchill. The Einstein episode's unreal. So Albert Einstein...
Was he nice?
Albert Einstein, right, did E equals MC squared and all that, theory of relativity. It's the reason we've got mobile phones and all this tech that's running today. It's all based off... But what he did, he used to have the idea, go, what if E equals MC squared? Well, any fucking mug in this room could say that.
Yeah.
And then his wife had to go and do the maths to work out if it worked. Weeks, she did the maths and proved it. But then he published the paper without her name. Even though really, all of us have ideas for TV shows and formats, but the person who actually should get the credit is the one who made the thing. His wife, Maleva Marriage, made the things. And she started to say, Albert, come on, man, I'm a physicist in my own right. Give me a credit on the paper. And he wrote back to her, went, if you tell anyone, I will beat the shit out. I will domestically abuse you. If you tell anyone that you've done the maths, the credit all goes to me. And then, not only that...
But it's just fact. That's
facts.
fact.
And he gave her a list of rules. He went, if you want to stay married to me, these are the rules. And they were like, put my dinner down, don't talk to me, leave the room, stand close to me when we're out so it looks like we're happy.
That's what you do to me.
And then, and then eventually, he left her for his own cousin. Right, left his kids crying at the train station. And when he got to his cousin's house, he didn't. He's like, actually, I didn't realise how fit your 18-year-old daughter is. Tell you what, you two have a conversation, and I'll get with one of you based on whoever you choose. And then he got with the mum. So he's a fucking twat.
So where are you getting
I think
this?
we know what the C in E equals MC squared.
Where's that information though?
It's all in the archive. I've got his hand. I've seen his hand. I've been and met the historian and handled the letters he wrote.
Wow.
Really?
I interviewed her face to face. This Swiss lady who goes around the globe trying to expose out Albert Einstein and get people to recognise marriage. She got higher university results than Albert. She was the brains of the operation. He was visionary, so he could go, what if the planets moved like this? But how many visions have you had that you've never bothered to substantiate or prove? We can all do that.
Daily.
And who does all the work to bring these visions to life?
No.
Normally Mrs., right? So, you know, behind every great man and all that. But she did the majority of the work. So.
God, that is interesting. Wow.
When you get the guests on, are they like people who are like experts on Einstein type of thing?
On the TV one, I interview experts. On the radio,
they're just like general people.
I have 3 comedians, and then I've got an earpiece and really qualified producers just checking stuff, and I get loads of evidence beforehand.
Where'd you get the time to do all this?
Well, I've got a team of the researchers just amazing on Evil Genius, so they just present me with the script. I obviously need to know my stuff as well. Like today, you could just come in here and wing it, but you've had to read a bit before to learn about me. So sometimes as the lift doors closing, my producer will go, it's a double record next week. It's Churchill and Thatcher. See you in 7 days. And we've got a pile of books like that. I've got family, I've got a wife, I've got stand-up. So it is full on. But because I've got the long journeys, I watch a lot of documentaries and read while I'm travelling.
Yeah. What's your favourite thing to do out of all of it?
Stand-up.
Yeah. You got your hyperactive tour, right?
Stand-up's like playing football, right? There's what I imagine playing football would be like to a crowd. I've never done it. It's just that you can't explain it. You know it. It's
just a buzz, like
it's unreal. You've got thousands of people cheering because you smashed a joke. The difference is I'm able to fucking play past 37. It's a blessing. That's why I take care of myself, because most careers, that's it, you're 40, you need to think of something else. If you get it right in stand-up, people will pay to see a miserable 80-year-old man ranting. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
So that's what I've got to work on. How do I change as I age?
Where's your favourite place to play? Like, I remember we were watching gigs and that, we always like Scotland, like Glasgow's always like
Glasgow's
people are just
good,
up for it.
Yeah, normally the further you get from the southeast of England, the more grateful people are to see you. The most responsive audiences are probably Belfast, Derry, Londonderry, places like that. Glasgow, as you said. That said, it more comes down to the shape of the room with stand-up. It's probably, again, you'll probably draw a football analogy. Where's your favourite country to play in? And you'll be like, well, what's the weather and what's the pitch like? Not is the audience Spanish? Are you interested in whether the crowd is Spanish or Mexican? You couldn't give a shite, could you?
No. Yeah.
If the pitch is soggy, you could be playing in Surrey or the South Pole. It doesn't make any difference. So it's about the. Is it a low stage? Is it semicircular? Are you wrapped among the audience so you can speak to them on an intimate level? Is far more important than whether they're Scottish or English or whatever.
Is there a particular venue that stands out when you say that? Comedy
Store London would be the gold standard shape. It's a 400-seater. You don't really tour there, and it's a stage with the horseshoe going around it. I realise we're amongst Scousers, and I've got to give it to Hot Water. It's one of the best venues in the world, and what they've done up
is that
there.
in Liverpool?
Paul's, yeah, we've got a good comedy scene.
Where's
Paul
that?
Smith, he plays there.
It's
Liverpool.
Whereabouts?
It's the docks. I think
Okay.
they've moved.
You walk in now, and there's a food court. You can get a fucking Greek gyros. You can get a bit of curry. You can go to the bar, and then there's 4 venues above this courtyard: the big room, the experimental room, the medium room, the events room, and there is something 7 nights a week in Liverpool. It's the only city in the country with purpose built, apart from Comedy Store London, where it's just stand up every night.
God, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we've got I was listening to a comedian the other day saying that we've got a really good comedy scene outside of London.
Yeah, Hot Water's probably one of the
Paul
best
Smith, that's that ginger fella. Have you seen him? He's funny.
No.
You've seen Paul Smith, you know him?
Paul Smith,
he's dead funny.
But so far as theatres, Theatre 7 in Shrewsbury is well designed. I'm just going to give you boring answers because it's just like Peterwood. It will be based on boring technical information. So sport and comedy have a lot in common. Right? Yes, there's a lot of inspiration and talent on the day, but you control what the controllables, which is the technical aspect. How hard have you trained? How many unpaid gigs have I done this week to people that didn't really want to see me? Is my fitness up? Is my cardio up so I can run around? What's the lighting like? Have we done what we can with?
Yeah.
Have I eaten at the right time before the show? All the stuff a sports person would talk about. That's what I focus on, because you can control those things. You can't control a drunk bellend on the night that's shouting out, or the Queen's died the day before and you got to go on stage, which is what happened. You can't control those things.
Yeah.
What you can control, I do control.
What is that like, the drunk bellend? How do you deal with them?
Well, the more established you get, the less trouble you get in the audience, unless you've purposely sort of created a rowdy audience, that type thing. So my audience are quite well behaved over the years. I've got quite nice people. But I did 3 nights at the Cliffs on this tour, which is huge for me. It's fucking it's South End. I'm doing 1,600 a night for 3 nights in South End. And I went on, and the lights, I have all this music, house music. And there's a woman she was on the fucking stage. So during the blackout, she'd run up and got on the stage, off her head drunk. And if something happens, probably the same in a game, right? If something happens in the middle of a game, but you're 3-0 up, it probably wouldn't wobble you.
Yeah.
If a pitch invasion or someone fell over or someone gets sent off, it's shake you, but we're 3-0 up. If you haven't even walked out and your confidence gets a kick in, it can skew the game, right? So this woman's on the stage and like, how am I going to deal with this? And her first words shouted, "Everyone, I've got cancer and tonight is my night." Now I'm in deep shit. Because how are you going to shut someone off stage who's obviously in chemo and it's her night out? So you've got to handle that very delicately. So I said, "Come here for a cuddle." And I just rolled with it. Sometimes you've got to, I don't know if the sport analogy would work here, but you know, like if there's a mistake, sometimes it's better to lean into the free kick, lean into the mistake. How can we get a goal from being creative within this mistake type thing? That's exactly the same with stand-up. I gave her a hug, I interviewed her a bit. I did a little bit of a Magic Mike dance while she was sat in a chair.
Lovely.
And the show was fine. So, but stuff like that does happen. Obviously you have people, certain men. I've had someone try to knock me out on stage, but he'll catch me first with me. It was at the construction awards. This geezer came up and he tried to hit me so hard that when he missed me, he span around and fell off the stage and hurt himself.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And how do you deal with bombing? Not saying that you do bomb, but if you were to, is that the confidence? How do you have the confidence to go back next week?
Yeah, well, you don't really. I wouldn't say you bomb. After,
because people come to watch you.
Yeah, it becomes quite
early
hard.
on. It must have been, if you're like, I don't know, Edinburgh or something, and you're just trying to, when people buy a ticket, they know what they're going to see, and they're all up for enjoying themselves. Yeah, when people are like just there to watch comedy, and all of a sudden they may not be into you or whatever.
That's why when I'm off season, I do unpaid, unannounced pub gigs. So I'll go in, no sound, shit lights, might not even be a stage. No one's expecting to see you. Well, you've got a surprise headliner, and your audience divides into 3. The first third is like, "Oh my God, fucking hell, I fucking love this." The middle third is like, "Am I supposed to know who this cunt is? Why is everyone impressed?" And then the third group is, "I can't fucking stand." That's the third that I'm performing to. That's like putting weight on the bar. And I'd see their faces cracking. "Oh, do you know what? I always thought you were a twat." But you know what? So that's how I train. The time you're most likely to bomb when you're established is at corporate gigs, which you two will do, where you're paid to stand up and speak at a dinner.
I couldn't stand up and speak to anyone.
Right.
I'd lose my crap.
You have to do like a football anecdote, and then you have to hand out some awards, right?
Yeah.
So my version of that is I have to do 15 minutes of stand-up. But these people don't want to see comedy. They're here having their awards and their dinner. So those are the trickiest gigs I do. And over the years, I've developed sort of certain techniques so that if something doesn't work, in answer to your question, I have jokes about it not working. I further till eventually I sort of start pulling, like rubbing twigs together in a damp forest. You just get a little spark and then hopefully. But mostly, to touch wood, 199.9% of the time I'm fine. But it does happen.
Yeah.
But you always learn something when you lose a game, or if you're good.
Yeah.
People that are brats, they don't last because they don't learn when they lose. This is what scares me about what's happening with children.
Yeah.
Because they're giving out participation medals at sports day now because it's too painful to lose at sack race. You know, I cried when I lost the sack race. Fucking good.
Yeah.
What did you learn? You learned what loss felt like. You learned how to pick yourself up the next day, and you learned how to do better at next year's sports day. Now we've got 18-year-olds going into the workplace going, I've been taught that life's about winning. Am I going to be promoted on day one? No. Anxiety.
I say to my kids, did you have fun? I said, because nothing's more fun than winning, so make sure you fucking do. Get out there.
Unfortunately, losing and falling over is something children have to learn. So if we put loads of foam in the playgrounds and close the parks at 6:30 so no children get injured, that child is statistically probably more likely to get hurt when they're 18 or 19 climbing up a fucking lamppost because they haven't learned about failure, about risk. You can't explain it to your child. You've got to let them fall off the seesaw and go, I won't fucking do that again.
Yeah.
I watched your one of your videos about like the iPad and stuff, and like kind of protecting kids. They're very along that vein of like giving kids anxiety and with the iPad, and we have this battle all the time. But it was a great video he did because it was funny, but it had a real serious message.
Well, I have to say my daughter is an iPad addicted
So's mine.
child, so I'm not coming from a place of judgment. I'm coming from a place of failure, and the evidence is there. So we're doing two things at the same time. Like everyone born before 1990 more or less walked to school. I was kicked out of the house at 11, and you'll do 2 paper rounds as well, you twat. Right? That was my dad. Walked to school at 11, walked home.
You go to school at 11?
Yeah, and at 11 I had to get the bus.
Oh, I thought you meant
High school?
AM.
Oh, yeah.
No, 11 years old.
11 years old. 11 years old.
No lie in there.
Did you live in Essex for a
Where'd
while?
you go to the gym at 10?
It's a bit very Essex at the end of the day. And what happens when you walk to school? You have to avoid the bully. You have to learn to navigate one day. You get lost. You learn all this problem-solving stuff. I went on holiday this year to the Peak District. We were in a posh holiday park thing, and I still could not let my daughter walk to the shop.
I know.
I followed her behind a tree where we're so paranoid about stuff happening to our children. But of course, that's because we've grown up with 24-hour news that's given us a false impression of how in danger our children are. In this book, Free Range Kids, someone did the maths. The actual amount of time you would need to leave your 9-year-old outside for this monster to jump out of a bush, do you know how long it is statistically? 750,000 years. Well, you're more likely to win the Euro Millions 3 times than some nonce monster jumping out of a bush.
Really?
We take away our whole children's independent play since 1990 because this same Portugal story has run and run and run and run. So now we're all scared, me included. And at the same time, we're giving them access to the iPad, which is nonce fucking city, unrestricted. So we're increasing their anxiety digitally and taking away their independent play-based learning. Put those two together, OCD, ADHD, anxiety. That's where it's fucking coming from.
Yeah.
We say it all the time. It's totally true. Totally agree. But you know, it does give us an hour in a restaurant.
Exactly.
Peter.
What happened? Like, how were we amused?
I know. Yeah, but that's why all those games, like back in the day, were so long. You know, Monopoly, hours and hours, because it just entertained you.
It's babies now. You're going to have women crowning soon, going, put the iPad in my cervix. It's coming out. I don't want it crying when it's born. It's too distracting. Watch it. Fucking watch it.
So true.
We actually be inserting iPads for the last month of pregnancy, so it doesn't kick.
Well, babies know how to do it all.
The kicking was a ball.
The kicking was too much, so we inserted a tiny iPad so I could watch it in my womb. You know, I don't want a baby kicking me when I'm pregnant, so I put an iPad up my twat.
Probably bloody do that once.
Fucking roasted.
I can't believe that statistic, though.
That is mad.
But if you look at the news and you see all these...
But the Nordics, in Norway and stuff like that, they very much left the kids to their own devices and stuff like that. They go to school later.
The risk to a child is the highest risk to your child is a man that child already knows statistically.
Yes.
Yeah? Afraid to say it, a dad, an uncle, scoutmaster, sports teacher.
You could say Scouser.
Not Scouser.
Scouser.
They're all fucking related to the opposite. Statistically, that is the risk. Sadly, it's the most dangerous person in your house is your husband. He's the most likely to hurt you emotionally, physically. That is just a statistical fact. It's
That's
horrible,
mad, isn't it?
But it's a fact. And yet women think, oh, it's a guy going to jump out on a bush and sexually assault me. Those things do happen, and I'm not diminishing them. But most women are assaulted by someone they've worked with for fucking years, or someone that teaches them, or someone they knew. That's where the risk is.
Wow.
And that's why that issue is so thorny, because some women think, was that an attack? I had a drink, did I? It's in that sort of grey area that the horrible things happen.
That's what you talk about. Relationships and how important they are. Like you pick the right partner, you pick the right friends. Like it's important, right?
You've got to be best mates with your missus and your husband.
Yeah.
So many people I know, you go out and you see this all the time. They're going around in a circle, slagging their wives. Like, oh, my wife this, my wife that. And I think it's my turn in a minute. What am I going to say? We love each other. You can't say that. Everyone throws up. You'll see. Same with the girls. The women like, my one doesn't do this, my one doesn't do that.
It does happen.
Mm. Yeah, definitely.
And it's like a culture of sort of
I never slag you off.
Only on the
to your
spot.
face.
Is that true?
Behind your back, I don't know.
You shouldn't be putting the person down who you've pledged to be with until you die out of eternal love. I mean, that's so messed up.
No,
What are you doing?
Totally agree. We do a thing on the podcast, Russell. It's a weekly wine usually. Like me and Abbey will get things off our chest.
Not a dirty wine.
Not a dirty wine. That comes afterwards. But no, like Abbey will say something that's I've pissed her off with, and then we'll kind of cheers at the end, and we'll forget
Although
about
you've got
it.
a weekly shine this week because it's been our anniversary, and going back to the relationship thing, what you're talking about. Pete and I on a boat on the Thames didn't have another human with us apart from the boat driver. Captain, whatever they call, and we had so much fun.
It was brilliant. We had a lot of fun.
To just
then.
have the best day, just us.
It was
so that's
great.
why weekly shine.
That's the note I would give, because some couples watch and go, it's all right for you lot, with all your money and your success. What do you do when you got no money? How'd you sit couple time? It's me and Lindsay, some of our best nights, we'll put Minna to bed, who is on a routine and goes to sleep at 7:30 every night.
At 9?
7:30. Minna, story at 7, out by 7:30. And then we will sometimes just put a picnic blanket in the garden. You don't need to leave your house.
No. Some of our
Make
best nights.
couple time. It's not about money. It's about intention.
Agreed. Right, so we got plenty of people write in with their wines, basically, about their other half. Hi, Therapy Crouch. After hearing one of your recent episodes where someone's boyfriend said his own name during the deed, shout out
What?
Josh. Josh. So
Go,
he basically...
Josh. He was going, come on, Josh, you can do it.
You're the man,
Grab
Josh. I wanted to have one of my own weekly wines about my boyfriend's bedroom antics.
Oh,
Every
God.
time we have SEX, my boyfriend whispers the exact same compliment at the end. You're unreal. No variation, no emotion. Obviously, this is a compliment. And I am unreal. But mixing it up a bit in the aftercare department wouldn't kill him, would it?
No. I think just maybe use physical affection instead.
Well, he's just SHAGGED.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about there's nothing wrong with a
It's
cuddle.
long-winded.
There's nothing wrong with a cuddle.
Silent cuddle?
After you've got everything off the curtain and the hair, it's like you put a CSI blue torch on in my room. It's like fucking Smurf Village. No, I think the problem with not varying it up
Needs
is
to
it makes
mix it
it
up.
sound robotic and like your desire has been fabricated. So it is really important. The word unreal is nice. He obviously just fucking loves her and can't. And there's not a man doesn't have much left when he's just deployed his bee sting. When a bee stung you, it just dies on the pavement with a wing like that. That's basically what a man is. Well, for me, for about 90 seconds until I regenerate into my next boner. Lindsay's like, you're joking, aren't you? I'm like, I will return. Fucking have a right Lazarus about 10 minutes later.
This whole interview, all I'm thinking about is your penis and semen.
Welcome to Lindsay's life. And so I think say something different, or if you can't, just opt for some physical affection, not sexual attention, some physical affection afterwards. I mean, there is a whole debate that needs to be had around men that make any noise during sex, because with women it's pretty uncontroversial. Most men are fond of women sort of displaying how much they're enjoying the experience, either vocally or with some sort of noise. And most women do make a noise. It's very unsettling. I don't know if you ever slept with a silent woman. It's like, just workman-like pounding after 9 Stellas. Oh, that's that done, right? Yeah, just put your
It's like
chips
me
on my
because I've got silent laugh. I've got a full silent laugh.
put your chips on my back, Gary. That's it. Oh, that's it. Right near my Chinese tattoo. And
My Chinese.
but I'd be interested to know your opinion. How much noise should a man? Because some women don't really want a man going like giving it
I
all.
don't
Yeah,
think.
no,
I don't think too
I don't think
much.
that's attractive,
But a
is it?
silent man is also a bit off-putting, isn't it?
Silent is off-putting.
So we want a
Too
little bit of appreciation.
vocal is.
Women need to tell men what to do.
What about Peter? Oh, crouches.
That's the robot. Robot.
How do you know? How do you know?
I am not programmed to ejaculate, master. Override.
Well, let's move on. Let's move on sharply.
Vary it up, lads. Like
Vary it.
women like romance and stuff like that, and they like to be appreciated.
Absolutely.
If you say and do the same thing, it's like you're phoning it in. So have a list of different words you can say. Just say "I love you" would do it.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, vary it. Okay, hi, Abbey, Peter and Russell. Regards to your families, want to know where you stand on this new age nonsense. My girlfriend insists
What's that?
we both do mirror affirmations in the morning. It is meant to positively reinforce ourselves and send out good vibrations for the rest of the world. She stands there in a dressing gown saying, I am light, I am love. Wow. I tried it once and burst out laughing. Now she says I've ruined the energy in the house keeps whipping the sage out passively aggressively. 2 words, grow up. Thoughts on that?
I do it to my kids. I quite like it.
Mirror affirmations?
No, not mirror affirmations, but I go, you are healthy, you are strong, you are loved.
Yeah,
I think
you're telling that to them. She's not telling that to her husband. She's asking him to stand next to her and do the same exercises. It's like my 5 a.m. wanker thing. You should never impose what wellness works for you on other people, because if it's not authentic to that person, it won't do anything anyway.
Yeah.
So even were he able to stop himself laughing, he wouldn't be feeling it. So the correct approach there from the woman should be like, okay, you find that funny. What could you do to improve your mental health and wellness? And he might be a bloke, well, I want to go and lift weights and be on my own for 30 minutes. Like, well, go and do that then. And I'll do my affirmation.
Yeah.
But that theory of the brain only believes what you tell it. That's kind of good way to...
If you believe what you're saying, it's no point.
But you have to get in... It doesn't happen. You have to teach yourself that, I think.
True, but you might not believe in that process. So if you think this process is nonsense, but the positive words are coming out of your mouth. So find a process that works for you. We're all different. Not everyone is verbal and language based. I am. Some people are physical based. They need a hug. We've all got different love languages, haven't we? And it's arrogant to assume that because you want to eat avocados and chant at 5 a.m, that's going to work for someone else. Something different might work for someone else. So yeah, I'm sick of wellness fascism. I'm sick of it. That's what that 5 a.m. wankers thing is about.
I totally agree with you.
Not the same thing works for everyone else. So embrace whatever works for your partner and encourage them to find a path that works for them.
Very good.
Very good.
Agreed. Okay, last one here. Hi, Abbey, Pete, Ross, Scouser here. Listen to you every week. You get me through my
What's
shift
the
at
spelling
work.
like? Is it?
It's outrageous.
He'll never work in Liverpool again.
It's because he goes out with a mank. He's dissing
Do you know what?
the
Every city I go to, I get stuck right in at the top. Apart from Liverpool, it's the only city in the UK where I'm very careful about the jokes I do at the top. Because anything you pick, like you go, I'd make fun of that paving stone. That's where John Lennon once had a fucking piss. Never enter fucking Liverpool again. Never.
Do you know what? We had
half a point on it, yeah.
when we were with the England team, we had a night out in Manchester, and they organised 3 comedians, and one was actually John Bishop, believe it or not. But way before,
Runcorn.
kind of, I thought John Bishop. But he was actually really good. But there was a guy before who was from Manchester. He just started. First thing he did was start hammering Steve Gerrard, and then Cara, and everyone went, oh.
You can't
Keeping it down there, lads.
Yeah, I was like, obviously the respect that all the players as well were like, we wouldn't even laugh.
Yeah.
So then we just didn't laugh, and then he was like, oh come on lads, and he went like, come on, like Gary Neville, he was going, come on guys, like let's hammer him, and everyone went no.
Do you know
It was horrendous.
When
It was horrendous.
When I got married, my father-in-law Bruno, who's a mank but half Italian, he was worried about crying as he walked Lindsay down the aisle. So he was trying to stop his tears. So if you look on the wedding video, he's muttering to himself. And I said, what were you saying to yourself? He went, I was saying Steven Gerrard slipping. And the thought of him falling over stopped me from crying because it made me laugh a bit.
It made me laugh a bit. No
Steven
way.
Gerrard slipping. Steven Gerrard slipping.
Slip it. Oh, no, we can't laugh at that.
They're all Man U fans, aren't they? I don't follow football particularly. So it's, for me, it's like...
Okay, just thought I would email to tell you a funny moment with my 5-year-old son, Arlo. I have a thing. It's saying quotes from Only Fools and Horses, because I love the show. My son tends to copy what I normally say in the house. But one time, I was stuck in traffic in Frodsham. It was a nice summer's day, so my car windows were down. A lady was walking past, minding her own business, and my son sticks out his head out the window and absolutely nowhere looks at this woman in the eyes and says, "Oh, shut up, you tart."
How good's that?
I just sat there, both hands on the wheel, looking forward, trying not to wet myself laughing.
I think that's fine, isn't it?
I think it's
Would
fine.
you find that funny if a 5-year-old?
I would laugh
Yeah.
my head off.
I would.
Yeah.
I think children, you got a bit of a free pass.
I don't love children swearing or anything like that.
Swearing, was it?
No, but I like a bit of banter with kids. To be honest.
Yeah, I think that one's fine. Children do repeat stuff.
Like he's not abusing her, is he? He's just repeating Only Fools and Horses
So
quotes.
my daughter,
You plonker.
my daughter's a bit like me, sort of a bit high energy, quite. She's complicated. She'll grow into her personality. So I speak her language, and Lindsay can find it a bit challenging sometimes. And she was going through this phase where she was a bit sort of attached to me and being a bit mean to Lindsay. So we worked through that. I explained to her that's not appropriate. That's your mummy. You got to love her and everything. And she kept saying, "I want to." She's like 5 or 6. "I want to marry you when I get older, Daddy. Why can't I just be with you forever?" And I had to. First it was cute, and then it starts to turn into. Right, so Mummy sleeps in the spare room, and and so I was like, right, let's deal with this. I went, this is the reason we can't get married. I'm your dad, right? We can't get married. You have to find a husband. I explained it, and I went, and also it's illegal to get married to someone you're related to. She went, why would it be illegal? And I went, well, because we share genes, and I explained what they were. Well, if we were to get married, we would have children that wouldn't be very well. They would be disabled because we're related. That's why brothers and sisters can't get married, and that's why it's against the law, and that's why you have to blah, blah, blah. And she took it all in. She's about 7. She waited 2 years, right? 2 years. I never heard this repeated. We were driving, and I've got friends of mine. I've got a brother and sister really close in age, and they're fucking dedicated to each other. And they were in the back of the car going, "I love you, you're my best friend, you're my best friend. When we get older, we're going to get married together and we're going to go and have children and we're going to live together because we love each other because we're brother and sister." And my daughter went, "No, you won't, because it's illegal and your children will be disabled." And they were But the thing is, how do I tell her off? Because it's...
No, you told her.
It's legally and genetically accurate.
Oh my God.
My kids have got me in some. Remember when this kid was coming around to the house and she was a bit of a pain in the ass, and I was like, right, that's it. She's not coming anymore. So Liberty went in and told the kid, and then we were at a sports day, and the mum's fabulous, loved the mum, and then the kid went, "I told my mum what you said about me." And I was like, I didn't say anything. She went, "You did, because Lib told me. She told me when I'm not allowed in your house anymore." And I was like...
Adrenaline.
I just lied. I was like, "No, I didn't say that." And she was like, "You did." Then I had to call the mum up and say, "Look, I'm sorry. I was put on the spot there, but I did say it because the girls have been arguing." And
Was she all right with you?
the mum was fine, but kids just get you into
Well, I
certain...
cried the
My
nine.
daughter's very highly strung, and it's very common this, and they grow out of it. She's grown out of it now. There's something called involuntary breath holding, which is where they can't catch, they lose their temper so much, or they bump their knees.
She pass out?
Our kids
Ours
do
did
that.
that.
Yeah, our kids do it.
It's horrible.
But it started when she was 5 months. She had this rattle, and I took a rattle off her, and this baby went.
And there's
limp.
nothing more scary
Oh
than...
my! Well, the first time you call in 999, and the baby comes around.
Yeah, mine have done that
But
before.
what happened was, as she got older,
horrible.
how can you discipline a child that loses consciousness when you tell it off?
But they don't do that when they get older. It's just like a baby
she
thing.
stopped at 4.
Yeah.
But
They
I-
cry, hold the breath, and then they go.
Jack's still
go away.
kind of just
I've never
coming out of it
ever
now,
heard
really.
Johnny and Jack did that.
Yeah,
away.
we're both of
It's
them.
horrific. I was hysterical when it happened the
But what
first
happens
time.
is You go,
Yeah.
put that down, and they go, blue. have a
They
look,
hold
They
the breath.
go,
They do.
totally gone.
And they
No,
do a
when you
little
cry,
fit.
like they hurt themselves and they go,
And then
cry.
they just hold their breath.
and the cry doesn't come out, and then they just
so
go.
scary.
But
That's scary. That.
Even if they wake up 5 minutes later, they pick up from where they were. They go, I can remember. So, but as my daughter got old, there was a phase in the middle between 3 and 4. She was like, right, so if I pass out, that's a problem for you. Therefore, you can't tell me off. She worked it out. So we'd be in Sainsbury's. She went, I want this Barbie. And I was like, that's 21 quid. You're not getting it. She went, are you fucking sure about that? Do you want me to lose consciousness here? Like piss myself on the floor? Everyone film you saying Grimmy's daughter's unconscious. Grimmy's daughter! Is that what you want? Is it? I'll see you at the till, motherfucker. That sort of vibe. Without the swearing.
That's great, though.
Unreal. Listen, Russell, unreal, mate. I'm a fan myself, but it's great to have you on our podcast. And good luck with the podcast, the tour.
I'll send you some jobs.
And the book. I want the book. My kids will love that.
Yeah, and I'll send you the next one when Brian met Terry. That's coming out.
Nice.
Oh, what's that about?
That's when I brought my Chihuahua Brian over, and I thought my cat was dying, so I took it to the vet, and it stopped eating out of jealousy. So I've turned it into a picture book for younger readers. You know where the Terry's like got surrounded by priests getting the last rites. Cucumbers on his eyes at a spa. His heart's broken. He's like pooing on pillows and tearing up curtains. So it's a funny book for sort of, I would say, 4 to 7 year olds.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect for us.
But
definitely.
come to the show as well.
I'd love to.
That'd be great.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd love to come. Yeah,
because we watch all these comedians, right? You would say the same thing about football. Go, I love football. I watch matches of the day. I've never been to a match, but I still understand football. You tell me to fuck off. Right? I've never been to a ground. It's the same with stand-up. You must go and watch it live, ideally in a theatre. I've got nothing against arena comedians. I respect the business model. But once you go bigger than the Hammersmith Apollo, you cannot get that.
I used to go every Friday to Ealing Studios. I don't know if you remember that one years ago. Like I grew up in Ealing, but Ealing Studios, like one of the oldest film studios in the world, I think.
I played one near Ealing, not
Brilliant.
in the studios.
Yeah, in Ealing Studios. We used to go every Friday night. I used to love it, absolutely love it. Didn't know who the comedians were, but just had the best time.
Did you go up around it? Where did you grow up then?
Ealing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you're literally from a British black and white comedy. Hey, Terry, I hope I don't slip over. Whoa. Get your ladder, Mr. Crouch.
Yeah. All right, fuck off then.
I've never met someone from Ealing before.
Have you not?
No, but they have a brilliant comedy festival on the
Everyone
Green. Have
I
you seen
meet
it?
is
That's right,
Ealing?
yeah. It was quite big in Ealing,
They've got
the
this
comedy
big
scene.
festival on the Green there. You should go and see it. Ealing Comedy Festival's brilliant.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, and Headliners in Chiswick as well is another good club. We've got loads of comedy.
Do you ever play the one in Bethnal Green?
Yeah, it used to be, what was it? Back door.
Yeah, it's still back door.
When's your next gig then that we can see?
I don't know. Go to my website, russellkane.co.uk.
Oh,
I've been going since January 24, so I'm just sort of mopping up the towns I haven't played yet on this tour. It's more about the international stuff this leg. I've got Canada, Paris, Berlin, a couple of places in Norway where they speak English better than what I do from Essex. You know what I mean? But there is a few places left. Obviously, I've got London Palladium. That's the big London one I'm doing. But I've done a lot more around the M25 because I just prefer the theatre. So I did 2 nights at G Live. I did Woking Victoria Theatre, beautiful, massive theatre. That's just down the road from you. I've done loads of places around there.
Oh, we'll definitely.
Yeah, brilliant. We'll definitely take one in, mate. And good luck with it all.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
thank you.
Yay.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.